Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Game 3 of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament Finals. This is Dominate Dominion number 69. And it's tied up, guys. It is tied currently 1-1. Pays Evelynn Child Support versus Lulu, the Destroyer of Worlds. In the last game, the mic happened. In the game before that, other things happened. But now that means we get one more game to bring you guys for tonight. And whoever wins this game is going to win the whole freaking tournament. So the bans, looks like they're going to be Lulu, Teemo, Kassadin, and Nidalee. Mad Supportal complaining in the chat about the Lulu ban. Mad Supportal had not gotten to play Teemo in a tournament in 8 months because he has a 100% win rate. Or Lulu, excuse me. That's right. Different character. But yeah, Zamike had played Lulu so effectively for so long, they never let him use it. And they let him play it for a game. Because thinking, hey, maybe he's a little bit too rusty to pull this off. Maybe he hasn't been able to play it for 8 months. Nope. They just banned it this game because, no, we saw what you did with the last game. And that's how good he is having not played Lulu competitively in 8 months. Man, imagine if he was practiced. Oh boy, that'd be scary. So Lulu, Teemo, Kassadin, and Nidalee, all banned. We do 10 bans in this format. Lulu has a powerful slow. Her kit's amazing. If you know someone who plays a good Lulu support, then she's very solid on this map. Teemo, speedy, gives vision, blind, great. Kassadin, high mobility, silence, slow, great assassin. Well, thank you. Sauron has found a whole new way to photobomb the tournament. This is a whole brand new level of thing. So here's the deal that I made with everyone in the community. I said, hey guys, if you buy me a champion or a skin for a champion that I already own, I will record a game where I play as that champion with audio commentary with a build of your choice. So now I'm sure Sauron is going to make me play something awful. Thank you, Sauron. You are absolutely awesome, super cool guy. That's pretty neat. But yeah, that goes to anyone in the Dominion community out there, you know, viewers, players, anything. If you ever buy me a champion or a skin, I will record a video of me playing as that champion, and I will record audio commentary, and I will play with a build of your choice. You have to at least give me boots. That's required. It's the only thing I'm picky about. Other than that, it'll be whatever. But there you go. So let's talk about the rest of the bands here a little bit. Is that we have Brand, Kha'Zix, Maokai, Zyra, Wukong, and Master Yi. Brand, a lot of AoE damage. He zones the enemy team pretty hard. I know about Ultimate Bravery, guys. Don't joke about that. I know it exists. I'll do it. Okay? You make the game, man. If you went through the trouble to pick me up a champ or skin, no, it's you call it for the game. Brand forces a lot of positioning. Maokai is extremely durable and hard to unseat from points. Wukong, great initiator. The armor reduction's good. Kha'Zix, great assassin. Either kills someone or forces them out of the fight. Zyra, amazing zoning ability, lots of magic damage, good crowd control. And Master Yi, well, we still haven't figured out how to deal with current Master Yi yet, so it's easier to ban him than have to worry about it in game.
You know, we also saw Infeed go like 22-3 with him last 3 games ago.
Yeah, that was disasterific.
It was 22-3, I think, right?
I don't remember without looking at it. Because I control the camera, sometimes I miss stuff.
I am going to look it up using my super secret powers of King searches.
Like, we all know you hacked into Riot's computers, okay?
It was 20-2. 22-8.
Yeah, that's 10-1 KDR is really good. So now we're seeing Jarvan Jarvan's been a character used in competition basically forever. Jarvan's just an all-around amazing character. His damage is good, he's durable, he has a slow, he can block off people with Cataclysm, and he has an AoE Airborne. Everything about Jarvan's kit's good. He's a really good character for a really good game mode. Played by a really good player this game. I expect we
really
would see...
Good.
Probably see Dynov on him.
He's really good in all 3 game modes. He's amazing in Summoner's Rift. He's consistently one of the most picked junglers in LCS's split, and he's also really good on 3s. He's not, I would say he's like in the overpowered category on Dominion. He's not quite in the overpowered category on Twisted Treeline, but he's really strong in all 3 game modes.
Yeah, he has the highest representation, I think, across all games. He's just great. Like, I want to say he's overpowered, but, I mean, you can kill him.
I think, actually, that Lulu is the champion who's, like, if you look at how good they are in all 3 game modes, I think Lulu has the highest... Like, if you had to pick a champion and you didn't know what game mode you were going to be playing, you don't know what game mode you're playing, you don't know what, like, position or anything you're playing, I would say, like, 99% you want to pick Lulu.
Ooh, that'd be an interesting way to look at champions. You're going to play a random game, you don't know which game mode it is. Who do you pick? Yeah, Lulu J4, they'd be up there immediately.
Yeah.
There's probably some other really safe ones, like Annie's another really safe character.
We're getting to see Vayne again. And Janna. Oh, this is amazing.
See? You can be happy about the Janna thing again. There you go. Take a look at the other characters that have been locked in, now that a few more are completed. We're seeing Kayle. Kayle late game, very, very destructive. And Elise.
Especially with the Vayne. You put the ult on the Vayne, and then it doesn't matter that the Vi is, like, killing you dead unless she's CCing you. I don't like Syndra into Kayle. That I don't think would be a good idea, because when the projectile of the Desperate Power is en route, Kayle can press intervention and, like, deny all of that damage. So I don't actually like the Syndra pick here, but he is really, really good at Syndra, so it could work out. But I think Kayle counters Syndra.
And I just basically
I like Lux a lot better.
I think both Janna and Kayle work very well with Vayne. Now here's the dangerous part about Kayle. If you have Kayle and Vayne, like, who do you kill? What do you do? They're both very killable, but their last pick is gonna have to be someone really just jaw-droppingly durable.
Sejuani would be good.
Yeah, that's jaw-droppingly durable. She could, like, Sejuani is so immovable, she could stop the Titanic. Like, you just don't want to mess with that. And looking at the other side, oh, do we get to see Confi Lux? We may get to see Confi Lux. And that would be really cool.
Like to see a Malphite. I don't know how good he is overall in Dominion, but I think Malphite would be really, really good. Because he has an attack speed slow for Vi, for Kog'Maw, for Jarvan, and he can dive onto Lux and Annie. And he has a good amount of peel. So we're not worried. It is going to be Sejuani. I think Malphite could have also been... I think Sejuani is a good pick. I think Malphite also could have been a really good pick.
A couple people asking about Skarner. Skarner used to be pretty solid in this game mode, but not so much anymore. He does okay in bottom lane sometimes in a couple of matchups, but he's not as good as he used to be some time ago. He used to be a... I wouldn't say like top tier or like super popular pick, but he got used a fair amount. Also, to answer Alakwane's question, the font is called Playtime with Hot Toddies.
Wow.
That's the name of the font. He said he couldn't find it. I remembered he mentioned it way earlier on the cast, but that is what it's called. And Leona's a pretty solid character. Now, we do get to see Confi on Lux, which is awesome, because last week, if you watched last week's tournament, holy cow, Confi Lux was making plays left and right.
That was pretty amazing.
It's like plays were just something you could pass out to people, like they were, like, it's like having a stack of flyers that just had play written on it. You would just walk around, just throw them all over the map. It was amazing. And her cooldowns just get so short, it's like, I'm gonna open with my ult, I'm gonna close with my ult. That's not fair at all. It's really good. It's Toddies. It's spelled with a D, not T's. Moloko. Zillion on Dominion. Zillion, his damage is fine, but he doesn't really bring too much else to the table. He gets destroyed very, very quickly. There is a specific backcapping build that you can use against him, that you can use as him, but that's about the only time we see it competitively. The name of the Europe West Dominion chat room it's just named Dominion. I don't know how many people are in it these days. Oh, you can actually kick these summoner blockers off now?
Yeah, so this game, there's only 3 exhausts on Pays Evelynn Child Support. So it'll be a little bit better of a day for BB Pop this game. He's only going to be able to be exhausted once every 75 seconds or something like that.
Rheingold, I am constantly impressed with your ability to just throw out
66.
immediate math. It makes me very happy.
Well, I think it's actually 66, because before it was 40, so it would be a 25%, something like that. Something like every 66 seconds or so, as opposed to once every 40 seconds. So a lot... No, I'm still doing it wrong. Every 70 seconds? Something like that. Anyway, I actually like the 3 exhausts a lot better, because when you look at the time delay between exhausts, it's not that much longer now than it was before, assuming that you have everyone actually grouped, which you're probably not, admittedly. But I think 4 exhausts is maybe a little bit excessive against Vayne. They don't have a Kog'Maw this time, so it's possible they said, well, we actually just want the additional vision control, because you saw a lot last game. Pays Evelynn Child Support was getting caught out, and so getting the clairvoyance will help them a lot more than another exhaust would, and I like that choice a lot. They could try to not give him 6 kills in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, that was, that did not go so well. Shift 4 in the chat. I like your sarcasm, but I once watched Rheingold just write out a calculus problem on a piece of paper without blinking and solve it, just because she didn't know the answer to solve. So,
yeah,
it sounds seconds. Impressive. Be quiet.
It was 70 seconds. Once every 70 seconds, they can put.
Okay, specifically, what type of math was that then?
Combinatorics.
There you go.
It was a really simple combinatorics problem.
But you just like threw it down on a piece of paper, and it was like absolutely no big deal. And that's cool to people like me that don't know that level of math. The fact that it's just like automatic. But math is an exact science. Once you have it memorized, it's kind of easy to do that.
I was a math major. Arithmetic is hard.
Yes. Gotta be worried about that. You gotta double check it. Okay. And we are going to hit this load screen here for one more game of Dominion tonight. At least competitive Dominion, because guess what happens after the tournament ends? After the tournament ends, the stream turns off. And then it turns right the heck back on. And Dominate Dominion's owner, the Feed Ski, is going to be playing Dominion here on this channel for a little while afterward. So Dominion Tournament After Party tonight after this Finals Game 3, twitch.tv/DominateDominion. Go ahead and give this a follow. Make sure you know when the channel goes live. This last game is going to be tied up 1-1 in this best-of-3 series. This Game 3 of the Finals. We have Pays Evelynn Child Support versus Clueless. Pays Evelynn Child Support's team. Infeed playing as Kog'Maw. Carnival playing as Vi. Confidarius playing as Lux. Dynov playing as Jarvan. And Booberry playing as Annie. I'm one half of your commentators. I am Gandair, and commentating with me is...
I'm RheingoldRiver, and the other half of your players is Clueless. It is Commander Peoples on Sejuani. Supportal, aka Mike, unfortunately not on Lulu. He will be playing Janna. BB Pop returning as Vayne. Sauron this time on Kale. And Half-Hearted going to be playing Elise, rounding out their composition and providing just a little bit more crowd control and utility. Keep the Vayne alive is the name of this team. Sejuani peels, Janna peels, Kale intervenes, and Elise provides some CC, and BB Pop goes to town.
What does he buy while he's in town?
Well, he can buy a Phantom Dancer, and he can buy... I don't think he can actually buy a static ship. Can he buy a static ship?
Yes.
He can buy a Phantom Dancer,
that is the best answer ever.
And a Last Whisper, and Berserker's Greaves, and a Gretz's, and then do a lot of damage. Maybe a Banshee's Veil for good measure.
Yeah.
And then he can kill everyone. Absolutely everyone. I do expect Infeed to go a very similar Kog'Maw build to the one that we saw Sauron do last game, where you go for a bunch of tankiness, you get the Frozen Mallet. Wits End is just retardedly good on Kog'Maw right now. It synergizes with his passive on his W very well, and or with the active on his W, I guess, very well, and it synergizes with the fact that he's going to be up against an AP probably. Right, probably kill in the bot lane.
Both these teams, starting items, nothing out of the ordinary there. Boots, Prospector's items. Nothing too telling yet.
Welcome to the Crystal Skull.
That dance spam from someone.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at the other side. They're not spamming dance. So Clairvoyance is dropped.
They both double Clairvoyance at the same time. That was interesting.
I'm really surprised that people don't wait longer to buy items.
Well, there's usually not a lot to hide, except for when you're doing like Resis First or Kindle Gem Start, because everyone expects boost Prospector's items, so no one's worried about those being seen. Stuff after that, though, is...
That's true. But there's the thing that you see a lot of StarCraft players do where they hide the obvious. They like...
Hiding normal gameplay is always really cool.
Yeah.
And let's watch Janna this time.
So we have two Gretches actually being built by Pace Evelynn Child Support. Already, the build from Infeed, as I said, it would be probably pretty similar. It's already different. He's going for the Gretzes first. And I don't actually think that Sauron built a Gretzes at all last game. I think that he just went for the tankiness and didn't bother with survivability from lifesteal at all. He might have gotten one. It builds into Lightbringer, right?
Gretzes, yes. They typically don't pick up the Lightbringer until very, very late in the game.
Yeah.
Because it's usually the full upgrade is not needed. You can go with Click Effect for a really long time, and it's a pretty nice ability. Stun lands on Annie. She takes some damage as a result. Bolt and Shield helps keep her alive.
There's the knockup onto 2 from Jarvan, half-hearted being focused down. There's the Howling Gale from Janna. What is he going to repel to Lux? On the other side, running away from Carnival, has the health potion ticking, and there's the stun, and a volatile Spiderling does a lot of damage, and half-hearted is just fine. Auto attack doing a little bit more. Supportal getting focused right now by Confitarius, shielding for a little bit, trying to dodge away. Gets the Howling Gale, only hitting 1 though. Half-hearted is split from the rest of the team. Diana going to start focusing down onto capturing. There's a shield from Lux, helping him shield a little bit from Half-hearted. Half-hearted doesn't juke the Light Binding, and so the Light Binding misses, and Commander Peoples is here to save, and Vayne just got a double kill on the top point. But Half-hearted is still running away, not going to be able to get out from Vi. That E was just a little bit too much. And BB Pop, not done yet. Not quite enough damage. Confitarius is going to live. Carnival now getting focused by Vayne. No stun from Annie right now. Vayne is out of mana completely. And no, Vayne, you ran forward a little bit and Carnival just killed you completely. But they got the windmill. That is what they needed. Supportal trying to get out. There's the Howling Gale across. Half-hearted has come back on that at least. Gonna queue over to Annie getting stunned. Supportal providing the shield. And there's the repel, gonna jump over to Vi. No condemn from Vayne. BB Pop did revive back in the fight. Chasing down onto Confitarius. There's just so much damage. And the thing is that, okay, so Vayne typically builds a lot of attack speed, not that much AD. She's gonna have the Janna shield in addition to her ultimate to give her that base AD that she needs. And it's just gonna be so strong.
Confitarius taking the Storm Shield in the middle of the map. And does have that for the team now. We're going to bring that up towards the upper portion. Carnival clearing the wave a little bit. Wants to be able to get in the minions on the tower. The minions help neutral the tower a lot. They attribute a lot of capture rate to it. There's a gank being made down the bottom lane. Booberry and Jarvan moving down to the lower part of the map. Immediately slow delivered onto Sauron. Sauron having to back off. And Sejuani, held up by Lux, is not going to be able to stop Annie from neutraling the point. Is able to successfully pull that off. The slow as well from the Lucent Singularity. Also further delaying them arriving. Smike only just now able to tag Warlord Booberry with the stun. And oh dear, the lockdown on Peoples. Glacial Prison follow-up creates an opening for Elise to get in. And she repels up, tries to escape out the opposite side of the fight. But the tower is going to be captured by the minions? Yes, it is.
So hero minions getting that tower, but meanwhile BB Pop has said, you know what, I don't need to fight, I'm just going to go ahead and backdoor. And so it's still going to be a 3-cap for Clueless, it's just that they have the top 3 as opposed to the right 3. And there, okay, so Commander Peoples, I think, could have lived, but I don't think he expected to be in a place where he could have lived. I don't think he expected the monsoon. So he actually sacrificed himself as Janna was saving him, and it was really sad.
Well, sometimes, you know, Janna just forgets to clue her partners in on what's going on. No, wait, no, that's Sona that can't talk. Wait. I have that backwards.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Janna moving back up towards the upper part of the map. Still has that Storm Shield. Storm Shield, a very powerful buff in this game mode. It makes your poke significantly stronger, and it gives you a lot more damage resistance. I mean, combined with Janna's natural shield, where's her hit point damage? Barely any. She took multiple shots there, and is still just fine. Kog'Maw poking onto the point against BB Pop. Able to drive them off of it. Janna coming around from the back. This is one Howling Gale away from a lot of interruption. And she's going to hang back, throw that on Lux. Stalking BB Pop away. Cataclysm goes down. BB Pop, oh dear, manages to get out of that. Not sure what the mechanic was that caused that, actually. I'm not familiar with that.
You can tumble over it. You can tumble over a Jarvan Wall. You're not supposed to be able to, but you can.
Is the angle specific?
No, you can just tumble over again. Jarvan Cataclysm. Yeah.
That's not right.
It's coded like a minion.
Why is everything a minion in this game?
Because they can't. Because of the way the game is coded.
Oh, man.
Getting caught out in the center of the map. Gets a
Whoa!
stunning both of them. Commander Peoples might be able to live after that glacial prison, but Vi is going to have her Q. But Commander Peoples has his Q. Half-hearted. No!
Oh!
Spark! Lux Hero.
Confidarius saw free money on the map and just took it. The snipes. That's one snipe. How many more are we going to see this game, guys? I'm thinking at least 6 more will be seen in this game. Sauron and Carnival having a disagreement in the bottom portion of the map. Sauron has to use intervention. Oh, waits until the intervention is almost over, then throws down the Reckoning in order to escape.
So Mike just had a great escape from 3 people using his Monsoon to get out. Got out and lived, and is going to stay and provide a shield over here to BB Pop, but BB Pop not feeling too brave. And seems like Lulu was pretty necessary to their composition last game, because Payson and Child Support, they are behind in Nexus health right now, but they look very dominant in terms of map positioning right now.
Yeah, they will hopefully recover that gap. Oh, wow! No fear, recall. Carnival gets away. Middle of the map, Confidarius is going to be able to secure the Storm Shield, and that's even more artificial health for Lux because she comes with that shield to begin with. At the top part of the map, Mad Supportal applying pressure, uses the Zephyr, connects with the Howling Gale, not very much damage, but hey, every little bit helps.
Yeah, he's probably leveling E and then W is my guess. Yeah, E at 5, W at 2, so leveling as a traditional support. As an AP, you're going to level W and Q as your first 2 spells in some order. Final Hour has been popped by BB Pop. He needs to get some damage out to make it worth. The Jarvan Wall does not actually catch him inside at all. Final Spark comes across, hits Peoples. Bane with 1 kill. Supportal tank, channeling the tower so that no one has to tank it. BB Pop coming around the side, but Annie has the stun.
Good flash.
Out. Good flash. The stun instead was on Supportal, and Supportal goes down almost immediately. Glacial Prison, and Lux is going to get melted, but People's probably not going to go down because he is a god and he is still alive.
I really wanted to see Vayne condemn Tibbers away, but I don't think she can condemn Tibbers, can she?
Yeah, she can condemn minions.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's a long cooldown, and I don't actually think it was up, and even if it had been, it wouldn't have been worth it because Tibbers doesn't move fast enough. The Howling Gale does clip Blueberry there.
I just wanted to see it happen. I wasn't worried about whether it was effective or not. I just thought it would be really cool. And Blueberry gets picked off by Janna. That Molten Shield keeping her alive. Jarvan escapes through the terrain because he does not believe in it. The Eye of Sauron watching over you during the engagement. Lockdown on Half-Hard. Half-Hard is not going to be able to escape. Did not have a opportunity to repel out.
Battery onto Vayne, gets the condemn up, but the light binding, the shutdown goes down to Confitarius. Final Spark comes across, hits Supportal before he can actually shield. Peoples needs like 1 more auto attack on the Carnival. What is the cooldown in Q? 2, 1, the Arctic Assault comes up first. He would need to charge his Q. He doesn't charge at all. She's just going to get away. Minimum range Q was enough. Confitarius picks up the health, and Vi is going to be fine.
I think that was the slowest moving light binding I ever saw. I just saw it leave him like, no. And then Vayne died, unfortunately. There's the Clairvoyance at the top part of the map. People's taking a lot of damage. Smite really can't contribute to this fight too much yet. Throws down a little bit of poke on Confidarius. Does actually a fair amount of the health off of him in that. Half-Hard now at the top. Oh, the stun into maybe another stun. Nope, Cataclysm BB Pop waiting on that tumble to be able to escape, was not able to get it in time.
The
shield!
The shield was in time, the kiting and the tornado! BB Pop life stealing off of Janet, trying to orb walk back as fast as she can. What's the cooldown on the tumble? She has it back up, but Carnival got the Q off. It couldn't be dodged with the tumble. She was waiting to save the tumble and use that to dodge the Q, but couldn't quite do that.
Paizo child support in control still for the moment. Sejuani is going to secure the Storm Shield for her team. It's going to give her resistance to poke, extra artificial health, and it's going to enhance her poke by giving that extra damage.
So, taking a quick look on bot lane while we have just a little bit of time because everyone else is top. Kill and Kog'Maw going pretty even right now. Neither of them has... Kog'Maw did die the one time, but I think it was a gank. And Witsen on both of them. Kale's going to be building into a Nash's Tooth, I think, out of that Stinger. Yeah, there's the Nash's Tooth. And Kog'Maw, actually, with a lot of lifesteal, has the Gretzes and a Vamp Scepter on top of that.
And oh dear, Confidara is caught by the Glacial Prison. No way to escape without Lux. That's a lot of missing damage from their team. Vi gets taken out very quickly thereafter. Blueberry trying to retreat from the fight. Wants to get to the back end of it to be able to contribute his damage from a safer distance. And Kog'Maw coming up from the bottom, not quite able to take out Mad Supportal, unfortunately. Janet is going to circle around.
Back up and he got more move speed, and so he ended up juking it.
Just
what happened there.
narrowly.
There's the Voidus, the knockup from Sejuani, the chase from Vayne, the kill onto Inbreed, and BB Pop with another kill.
And Janet is going to take the windmill while this was going on. In the bottom lane, Sauron did okay. Got the point neutral there. Can keep it neutral for a little bit against Carnival if he wants to. Reckoning is going to help a lot with that. We're going to see him fire one off. Yes. There's one to buy some more time.
BB Pop is alone top lane though, and trying to dual drive in right now. It's hard for Vayne to dual drive in. Gets the condemn back. And got the kill. That was... I'm not exactly sure what even happened there. But team came and Vayne was fine.
This reckoning from Sauron down here is just giving Carnival all of the grief possible. Could not get that point captured while any of that was going on. Light bindings, you can't really dodge very effectively in this particular path on the map where Sejuani was caught at.
BB Pop is bot lane still. So it is a 3-cap once again for Clueless. And Glacial Prison actually catching infeed out here. There's the knockup, and he is surely going to go down. Clairvoyance at the last second didn't really do anything.
Sometimes you just want to hit all of your buttons. Sometimes you want to make sure you secure vision for your allies. Or there's a number of reasons to use it. Just vision is such a difficult thing to get in this particular game mode. Moving up towards the top of the map, Janna is, well, Howling Gale is down now after using it on that wave. I feel like she might have wanted that here.
So, Blueberry fighting Supportal in top lane. He has his ultimate in 1 second! 1 second! And there it goes. Didn't really get the knockback on too many people, but he's shielding himself and he's distracting them and he's running away like only a Janna and maybe also a Singed 10. And he's actually going to return to the fight now. In the fight, BB Pop is just getting free damage off onto everyone. Draven gets the knockup, but he dies before he can actually land. The flash forward from Vayne, that is not something you want to do very often. It's triple kill for Annie, and Supportal is going to have to back out. Windmill goes back over to Pays Evelynn Child Support.
Feels like a couple of times this game, Janna has just sort of been hung out to dry, unfortunately, without any real follow-up from things. But maybe it's just because Vayne so far has not quite gotten to a point where she is running the entire freaking show. Sauron takes some damage. Oh, Jarvan was determined to try and catch up, but BB Pop Vayne once again picking a fight with J4, and this is a fight that, well, it looks really awkward on paper. Spolgar with crossbow versus the freaking Emperor. And somehow she managed to come out on top.
Royalty is overrated.
Yep.
We live in a democratic society.
This is democracy!
I like it.
Light Binding does not catch BB Pop, unfortunately. Was looking to see if that connected, and it did not. Clairvoyance shows him exactly what's going on over on that side. Remember, the Revive Mastery Summoner's Insight also provides the mastery for Clairvoyance as well. So it serves two purposes. Glacial Prison! Final Hour has been activated, and BB Pop moves in to connect with Confidaris. However, the terrain really working against him in that engagement. Decides to unload on Dynov instead. And Sejuani picks up the KB. Final hour has ended now, unfortunately. And the terrain there was just not conducive to Vayne being able to connect the way that she wanted to.
So Jarvan got a good dive in that he hit all of the targets, but there wasn't really any follow-up damage. Annie had been caught out on the other side of the map and died. And in order for Jarvan to really be effective, he needs follow-up damage. That's sort of the way tanky initiators work. Sauron being forced to use his ult on himself there to run away from Annie. He is going to get out. Jarvan coming back. Sauron was capping a bot point, so they had to send people down. And the windmill is still going to stay in Clueless's hands for some time. They've held on to it for quite a while now, but the Nexus health is very, very even. Both teams completely still in this game.
Exchanging poke between Elise and Lux. Not a lot happening or coming out of it, though, unfortunately. Sejuani leading the charge in the middle of the map. Oh dear, Sejuani has found a Glacial Prison target, and Vayne has found somebody to chop full of arrows. Assault and Battery is able to connect with BB Pop. BB Pop being defeated now means a significant damage loss for her team. Support will hang out in the back of the fight, trying to find something to do, but really unable to contribute at this point, unfortunately.
That was a really good cue by Janna there, stopping Jarvan from getting the knock-up onto her. She's going to shield and try to get out. 2 seconds on standard. Yeah, Janna will be fine, but Confitarius is at the top point. They'll be able to capture this. They did what they needed to do, which was CC Vayne until she was dead. And when you have to make the choice between Cleanse and Flash, it's a lot harder to survive in fights as an AD carry. They actually get the interrupt, but the windmill does get captured a second later. Does not dodge, but survives with like 50 health there. Light binding onto Peoples. He's going to run away in the opposite direction, and the rest of his team is here. Clairvoyance comes down. Confitari is being zoned. Blueberry is here, but Blueberry is getting CC'd. What can Blueberry do? Blueberry can turn on a Thornmail, but it's not doing too much for Vayne. There's the CC onto Jarvan. 2 more auto attacks. Actually, 1 more. I think that was a crit, and she gets the kill. Lux goes down. Triple kill. The exhaust was just a little bit too late. Carnival is here, and he can fight Supportal. He can even kill Supportal, but only if he can get to Supportal. And Vayne is not really letting him do that. Neither is the Mike. Actually, he gets the shutdown with the Assault and Battery. Wow.
That's a lot of damage from Carnival, but the point defended. And if Vayne had been able to chip him down, that would have been free. So it was very good that the Assault and Battery combo was going to be enough to take care of him. Janna, unfortunately, was on the wrong side of that fight, though, to really be able to stop it.
So, Enfeed opted for a static shift this game in the bot lane, just to get a little bit more wave clear, I think. He doesn't have any crit chance yet, so that magic damage isn't critting yet. He will be dealing additional damage because of his Wit's End, but that Wit's End is countered by a Wit's End on Kayle, and the static shift is really not as conducive to dueling Kayle as another item might be, so I'm a little bit surprised by that item choice, and Sauron is just absolutely winning bot lane right now.
And Peoples once again being the great tank by leading the charge in, and oh, BB Pop taking a lot of damage right away from the final spark from Lux. Great Glacial Prison! Cogba coming up from the bottom, J4 with a Cataclysm. Janna is going to be defeated. BB Pop is trying to chip away at whomever he can, however, they are down in this fight in manpower at the moment. And once again, Sauron is able to secure the bottom point. Supportal has returned to the fight, so they are going to rally and start turning this back around in the opposite direction. Infeed slowed, is going to be defeated, moving up towards the top. They have Vi and Annie to deal with still.
And Sejuani diving in, gets the knock-up onto Annie. Howling Gale comes across. Carnival going to be focused down next. Elise actually picks up that kill. Kayle, meanwhile, didn't even join the fight. Sauron just decided to capture the point. So 3 cap about to turn into a 4 cap right now for Clueless. Kayle now being dove by Dynov, and it's actually Carnival that picks up the kill. But a 4 cap for Clueless right now.
And Kayle actually forced Dynov back in that exchange. Kayle did die, Sauron died unfortunately, but brought J4 solo, they forced him back. So that's going to buy a little bit more time for his allies to group up together in the top portion of the map. And oh dear, Sauron is just beating up Infeed. Wow, and secures the kill in the blink of an eye.
And top, we have a fight too. Vayne is just on the side doing damage to absolutely everyone. Lock of the Iron Flyer comes across. There's the Cataclysm from Jarvan. Vayne actually doesn't turn around to take the health because she doesn't even need it, and she knows she doesn't need it. Gets the 1 kill. The rest of her team is dying. Oh no, why did you ult the Mike? Vayne did not need the kill. You just saved Carnival's life. Light Binding goes across, but the final spark is not available for another 16 seconds. Short cooldown, but not that short. One more auto attack, and actually it's the Mike that picks up that kill. Carnival not running away. Click effect is available. And they get the vision, and Sauron is here providing the slow there. Great rotation up from bottom lane. He doesn't need to be there because the quarry still belongs to them. Vayne gonna be able to capture top, and Supportal's just zoning. They need to be able to get onto Vayne. If they can't get onto Vayne, they can't do anything.
Sauron's Kayle has gotten pretty scary the longer that the game has gone on, and those couple times he's been able to move up from the bottom, he's done a lot of good for his team. Dynov taking a lot of damage now is going to be defeated. The intervention keeping Sauron up for a couple of more moments, turns around, puts some hurt on infeed for the moment, and that buys his allies time to neutral the refinery. And it looks like they're going to be able to get a full cap, potentially.
Yeah, definitely the full cap. Pupils is caught in the Light Binding, but he is so tanky. He gets the Glacial Prison off. The stun onto both of them, I think. And Vayne, they weren't focusing Vayne. They were focusing on the exhaust. It's just a little bit again. And BB Pop survives. Will he die to the Acathian surprise? I think he popped. No! He got far enough away from the tumble, and Vayne is going to live yet again. Windmill is under a little bit of pressure from minions. Actually, it's under absolutely none.
Percent strats, like percent flash strats. That's what this is. Vayne being able to escape that. And this point, J4 is going to neutral it. It's going to stall out the game a little bit, but how is Pays Evelynn Child Support going to rally from this? Percent flash strats.
So Kayle in bot lane is about to lose to Vi. She itemized to fight against Kog'Maw. It doesn't have any armor itemized, and if you don't have armor on a melee damage dealer like that, you can only fight magic dealers because there's no way for you to get against the melee auto attackers of someone like Vi. You cannot kite it because you are melee yourself, and as soon as the Righteous Fury expired, she had to just tank the auto attacks from Carnival. That's not okay if you don't have armor itemized there. But BB Pop is here. Cataclysm comes down. BB Pop not caught in it. There's the ult from Diana coming across. BB Pop is the last one alive over here from the team. Half Party is going to go down to Kog'Maw. The rotation of Kog'Maw up was a great one. Sauron is here though, gets the Reckoning down, and Lust falls. Kayle picks up that. BB Pop did get pushed out of the fight. He is dead. Does not have his revive for a little bit longer. Caffeine surprise pop. The shutdown went over to Elise. They should be able to pick up the windmill, but Vi is going to backdoor bot, and with no revive on Vayne. Oh no, there's the revive coming up just in time. BB Pop is not using it.
No? He can pocket that. They have a little bit of Nexus health to play with. It should be okay. It may be... This is not a terribly dire situation because of the amount of Nexus health they had compared to what the enemy had. Now, if they lose a fight after this, that revive would be far more pressing to use in that situation.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And Zemike was able to get down on top to stop the capture, and that's all they really needed to do because they can win team fights. They just can't necessarily win dives. Talron now being caught a little bit. He doesn't have his ult. He did fall there. He used his ult earlier, I think. Dynov now actually got condemned after the
Wow! That was the longest range condemn I've ever seen.
BB Pop life stealing off of the Tibbers, gets stunned by Annie, but is going to be able to pick up the kill. Doesn't even care about the Thorn Mail effect from that Molten Shield. Blueberry, Dynov, excuse me, is dead for a little bit longer. Infeed out in the top lane. He's about to get condemned into the wall if he stays there. He's not going to stay there. He understands.
Oh dear! The neutral! Sejuani!
Clueless takes down Pays Evelynn Child Support. BB Pop's Vayne is amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for the tournament this week. Clueless is going to win 2-1 against long-standing champion Pays Evelynn Child Support. The plays in that game, I want to make the entire finals a highlight. It was so good. Some of the cross-map from Confidaris with the final spark. Flash strats from Vayne in that last part of the game. So good. Congratulations to Clueless for winning. And guys, while the tournament is over, the games are not over. As soon as the tournament ends, the stream's going to go down for a couple of minutes, and it's going to come back up. And DominateDominion's owner, the Feedski, is going to be playing some Dominion. and he's going to ride the night out with that. So if you guys want to see some more Dominion action, you guys need to stay tuned. Shout out to XXX Team Clan Esports Gaming YOLO Swag 420 XXX for winning against Pays Evelynn Child Support.
They really have the best team name. I can't think of a better team name.
If you guys liked me, you liked my commentary, you want to know more, you want to find out where I am on the internet, youtube.com/VatoClan is the place to go. You can see VODs of past tournaments, the videos. Do you guys want to see that again? Do you guys want to show that to your friends? Do you guys want to make a highlight reel of that? By Monday, all of the VODs will be posted to youtube.com/VatoClan, so you can check them out there. And on Twitter, @VatoClan, if you want to follow me and my gaming media. And Rheingold, why don't you tell people where we can find you on the internet, and then we will turn the stream off so Dominate Dominion's owner, the Feedski, can turn it on and get some more Dominion games to this audience.
You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/RheingoldRiver. I'll go ahead and post that in the stream chat. Also, you can follow my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/RheingoldRiver. I stream mostly Summoner's Rift lessons, and I cast Dominate Dominion. I cast for NESL. I'm going to be casting Go for LOL tomorrow. And you can find out about that if you follow my Twitter, and it'd be super cool because I want more followers. Yeah. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for having me on the stream again. I love casting this. The finals are always so exciting.
Okay,
that's it.
I'm going to play you guys out, I guess, real quick, and then we will switch over to Feedski. Dominate Dominion's owner, the Feedski, is going to be playing games right here on this channel, so stay tuned. Those games will start in just a couple of moments.